Hello everyone, this is Blex here, bringing you a guide of my top 5 most effective legendary weapons that I've experienced thus far in Borderlands 3. I have been grinding this game and absolutely loving it.
I like it a lot.
I've been playing mostly as Amara, and I'm level 50, Mayhem 3. I'm nearing my completion of True Vault Hunter mode at this point, and I wanted to share my list of guns that I think are most effective and guns that you should keep and utilize and how they should be utilized during your playthrough of Borderlands 3.
Disclaimer, note that I haven't had a chance to use every single gun in the game, and I've been playing as Amara mainly, which can skew some results. Also, if you're like me, you've probably seen those videos floating around of Flak doing absolutely insane damage with some certain builds. That's pretty cool, but will probably get nerfed. Also, if you have an erection longer than 3 hours, please consult your doctor.
Now let's kick things off with number 5, the Hellwalker. The Hellwalker is a clear reference to the iconic shotgun from Doom. And boy did they honor the franchise. This gun is pretty dang strong. It's a double barrel single shot shotgun that hits like an absolute truck. It also plays music and makes little noises when you reload and do certain actions in the game, which is pretty neat as well. It has an insane reload time of 1 second. This helps offset that single shot shotgun burst that it has. This is the kind of gun I feel like that could make your average Kyle crack open a can of Monster and go to town on some psychos as he blasts the soundtrack to Doom in the background. This can be found as a world drop during your playthroughs of Borderlands 3, and I highly recommend you pick one up, as not only does it provide some entertainment with the sound effects, it's also a pretty dang good shotgun. Number 4, the Cutsman's Rifle.
With a tomato. That's why we use the Ginsu.
This is something I got around level 43, and I still keep in my inventory and I still use to this day. That's how strong this weapon is. I've been hunting for a level 50 version, but haven't been able to pick one up yet. It fires these 2 orbs that are connected by a beam of light on the interior, or across the inside of the 2 orbs, and it hands down does some of the most damage I've ever seen, bar none. The problem is, I haven't been able to test this at level 50. But this is my ideal gun for stripping armor, and I also know it comes in shock and ignite variants as well. Now, I've used this gun at level 50, level 3 Mayhem, to kill Pain and Terror in True Vault Hunter mode. So that's how strong this gun is. It's a level 43 gun that can be used in Mayhem 3 to kill Pain and Terror. It's an impressive weapon with a great visual effect to it that's unique, and I highly recommend you pick one up if you can find it. Number 3 on the list is the AAA. This is a handgun that has the best single target shield stripping ability that I have seen thus far in the game. It fires in 3-shot bursts like most style weapons, but it fires extra projectiles as well. And you'll notice the pattern of this gun is in the shape of an A, and it's a nice tie together with the AAA name itself. And the A pattern is actually a very ideal pattern for hitting most enemies in Borderlands 3. Now for most of the larger bosses, it's already fine because there's so much hit space, but for most like psychos and badasses, they have an A-shaped body. Their head's small, their body's wider, they have arms, so it's a perfect size pattern to strip shields. Now, the reason this is only number 3 on my list, because I did mention it's the single best single target shield stripping gun, is because of our number 2 gun on this list. Number 2 on the list, the Brainstorm. This is my favorite shock weapon in the entire game.
They build up and they build up and they build up and they make big sparks. Whew. That's static electricity.
And one of my most used weapons to date. Now my version's only level 44, and as I've mentioned before, I'm playing on True Vault Hunter mode Mayhem 3, and this is still in every single one of my loadouts. I will admit that the Cutsman's not always in my loadouts, which I've mentioned before, and I only bring it into the fold when I have to kill larger bosses or enemies with a significant armor pool. But this weapon, this is always in my loadout. The cool thing about this is when there's multiple targets, it links and chains lightning between these targets. It does a tremendous amount of damage. It chains to multiple targets, so you can basically group a bunch of enemies up if you're Amara with your singularity, fire this gun, it strips the shields almost instantly from most psychos and badasses, and you can go to town on these guys with your other weapons. It's also hyper effective against the Vault Wraiths as well, since they're mostly shield based. This is the best gun that I've seen thus far, with one of the most unique effects. Now the reason this isn't number 1 on my list is because you can't use it all the time. You need multiple targets for this gun to be effective, and that's where it loses to the number 1 gun that I've seen thus far in Borderlands 3. And drumroll please, number 1 on my list is the Companion. This revolver is the single best gun I've found in the game, and by far the best gun against red bar enemies. This trusty revolver hits hard and would make any cowboy blush. With some massive headshots and numbers that rival snipers, it's a must-have in any Borderlands 3 spec.
It's high noon.
The major gimmick of this gun is it has a 100% chance to apply Ignite. Only on critical hits though, and in my eyes this is okay. It's a Jacobs revolver, so it has great handling, really strong accuracy, and decent recoil. This gun also shoots insanely fast, and you're able to unload massive amounts of damage in short bursts. It also has a quick 1.5 second reload time, meaning your uptime and DPS stay strong. This is the single strongest gun I found in the game, but if you found something stronger, let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe for more Borderlands 3 content, as I'm working on additional videos that will be posted later this week. Thank you for watching.